At this hour, a major commercial fire burning right now in the east central neighborhood of Spokane. This is video just sent back to our station from our crew out in the field. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. This is happening on North Madelia Street and East Riverside Avenue. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy live at the scene right now. And Connor, what can you tell us?
Well, Mark, it is still an active scene right here. Here on Madelia. You can see the building here and just a massive plume of smoke arising right now. We got to the scene just earlier when a part of this building was still intact on this side, but a part of that foundation did collapse to the ground. Now, I did manage to briefly speak with Justin DeRuyter with the Spokane Fire Department. He tells me crews got a call at 8:18 this evening for a fire for this building. It showed smoke showing from every opening of the building, and he says it was well lit from the start. The whole front side here, he says, is most likely going to collapse. The other side already did collapse. He says that there's a fuel storage area right behind the building, which he says was concerning, and that led to a bunch of resources just pushing water on the fire, trying to put it out. He says that he doesn't believe anybody was inside when the fire happened, but he also emphasizes that crews with Spokane Fire and Spokane Valley Fire will be here all night. He says that we're at this point where the hard part, he says, is over when it comes to putting this out. Our crews are going to be out here for the next several hours, well into the morning, well into those morning hours for this third alarm fire. Of course, this is an ongoing situation, and we'll be following this and covering this story as we learn more information.
All right, Connor, thank you very much. In the meantime, a new wildfire broke out tonight north of Welpinit on the Spokane Reservation in the Cottonwood area. At last check, that fire sits at just about 80 acres. Multiple structures in the area are threatened, according to firefighters. And according to a Facebook post from Stevens County Fire District 1, crews have a dozer line around 75% of the fire. They are expected to remain on scene into tomorrow morning. We will continue to follow this fire and bring you any updates just as soon as we get them. All right, let's talk weather on this Wednesday night with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, it was a beautiful day today. What's in store for the rest of the week?
Oh, if you like heat, it's even better. If you don't, sorry. We still sit on the warm side of things, but temperatures are going to fall quite nicely overnight. We're on the backside of a cold front that most of us didn't even notice. It moved through with a little bit of a light breeze, and that was it. That's the storm moving by to the north, but instead, we continue to build in our ridge from the south. What that means is even warmer days, but we're right in this sweet spot right now, where today we topped out in the low 80s, and then with clear skies, calm winds, and a dry atmosphere, we're gonna fall back into the mid 50s tonight. So a little cooler than we were this morning. 47 in Deer Park, 49 in Newport and Sandpoint. 50 still in Colville and Chewelah, Republic, and even Kettle Falls. So it really depends on where you are. Tomorrow afternoon, we're back in the 80s, but we're talking mid to upper 80s. It winds up getting a little bit warmer as we find ourselves in this pattern. From there, it just keeps climbing. 90 degrees by Friday, 93 on Saturday, and nothing but sunshine in the forecast. We're going to talk why we get so hot and how long the heat sticks around coming up in the full forecast.
And Jeremy, thank you very much. A Spokane business plans to take the city and Catholic Charities Spokane to court over increased crime rates in downtown. According to a tort claim filed against the city of Spokane, Urbana Natural Spa Salon and Wine alleges an increase in crime rates in the area is due to low-income housing in the city. The owner of the business claims they and others in the neighborhood have suffered from repeated vandalism and theft. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington responded to the tort claim, saying their agency is disappointed that Urbana feels that the poor and vulnerable are a, quote, nuisance. Catholic Charities CEO and President Rob McCann commented, quote, "The facts and Jesus are on our side. Catholic Charities Eastern Washington will not waver from this work. Love always wins," unquote. KREM 2 reached out to the mayor's office for comment tonight. They say they've received the claim and will go over it like they do for all claims. Law enforcement and friends from across the region in Spokane today to honor the life of Spokane County Sergeant Ken Salas. He died on duty on August 9th after he was hit by a motorcyclist while helping to clear a traffic hazard on I-90. KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy was inside today's memorial.
Well, Spokane's convention center was filled with Sergeant Salas's brothers and sisters in law enforcement and in the military.
Spokane County added a fifth name to a somber list.
those who have died in the line of duty.
These streamers represent the spirit of each of our fallen officers and signify that while they may be gone, they will never be forgotten.
The name Sergeant Ken Salas added to the sheriff's office flag during his memorial Wednesday. Salas, a military veteran, served more than 30 years with Spokane County.
Ken stood at night, making sure that we kept our community safe. My brothers and sisters in this audience, we stand to keep our community safe.
Salas discovered his desire to serve in an unusual way when he was pulled over for speeding as a teen.
Spokane City Police motor officer has stopped them for doing 47 and a 30. True to Kim's nature, at the end of the contact, after the motorcycle had made a U-turn, drove the other way, Ken looked to his best friend and said, "That's the job I want."
Longtime friend and retired colleague Deputy Eric Epperson also shared a message from Salas's wife, Asu.
From the moment I first met my husband, he has given me strength.
The two married New Year's Eve 2023. Ken was set to retire in September and travel with Hasu to Florida.
He is genuine, makes me feel safe. Meeting my husband has been the happiest, most beautiful and joyful time of my life.
Coworkers and friends remember him as respectful, caring, and even tempered, the example of a servant leader in and out of uniform.
We will never forget Ken's legacy.
Governor Bob Ferguson was also in attendance at the sergeant's memorial. Statewide, flags remain at half staff to honor Sergeant Salas. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
If you want to help Sergeant Salas's family, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is accepting donations for his memorial fund. The Sheriff's Office says you can donate at any Canopy Credit Union branch. They are also accepting donations through Venmo, and that's this QR code on the screen right there. The money will help cover memorial expenses, and any leftover money will go to the Salas family. If you are near Fairchild Air Force Base tomorrow, don't panic if you see first responders in action. Team Fairchild will conduct an active shooter response drill tomorrow. And personnel and visitors to the base may see flashing lights and fast-moving vehicles. They might also hear sirens and other loud noises. Officials do not expect the exercise to interrupt services on the base like medical appointments. All right, don't go to bed just yet. Fire crews continue to battle multiple fires in the region tonight. The updated numbers and evacuation levels coming up. Before we head to break, I want to give you another look at the commercial fire burning in East Central Spokane tonight. This is near North Madelia and East Riverside. We'll be right back after a quick break.